To the 5% Nation, the guys and nerves. Salam alaikum, alhamdulillah, rahmatullah, all the true Muslim brothers and sisters out there. This is the King of New Jersey. This is BTBTV. We bully the bullies. I'm your honorable host, born divine almighty Allah. We're about to get real, I'm about to get real disrespectful, you know what I'm saying? Real disrespectful because I don't care if a nigga guilty or not of being a confidential informant. Well, I do want to say, what I'm going to say is, y'all going to understand where I'm coming from. Well, y'all going to understand where I'm coming from because I'm about to put it real simple and sweet. Like a lot of these niggas. It's simple or sweet. And I'm doing this today. I did a live yesterday on the situation, right? Turf Dome, what up, gangsta? I did a live yesterday on the situation, right? The situation. And it seemed like everybody who's hopping on the bandwagon on this, at one time in their life was an alleged rat. But most of all, the worst person that's on is doing this is Brian glazed up, oiled up, baby oiled up, Johnson & Johnson GIBBS. Yo, Stony Ski. Salam alaikum, my key. Alhamdulillah, rahmatullah. It's Brian Glazed GIBBS. Glazed up. Y'all hit that like button when y'all come in here, man. Yo, check this out. It seemed like every time Bimmy name come up, it's something. We got Brian Glazed GIBBS, and we got Zip with the drip. Buttholes, moist as hell. I'm talking about, yo, them niggas be super moist. They don't need no Johnson & Johnson. It's like they got a crush on this nigga, you know what I'm saying? But yo, I'm gonna say something. Now we had Zip, he's like, oh, 56 whole sound supreme. 56 did no such thing. 56 said, why did it take 40 years? What any logical person would think. Any logical person would think, why would you wait 40 years to say something about this man? Yo, Brian Glazed GIBBS even alleged that Gerald Prince Miller was a snake, a rat, part self, a stoolie, a foreman. And like I said, I don't know if Bimmy did it or not, and I don't really care because I ain't seen no paperwork yet. In my heart, he might have said something, but in my heart, a lot of them old head niggas said something in the past. You see how it's come? You see all these niggas, these old niggas coming home? A lot of these old niggas said something in the past, man. And I'm gonna always believe that. I never said nothing. I know niggas my age that ran their mouth like hoes. As soon as the law got them, they started telling on everybody. The judge had to slap them to shut up. So, power cross salute, bruh. So it's people. So we're gonna do it like this. 40 years, been snitching since 85, they said. But when you came home in the early 90s, all while you was going from 85 to 91, who was taking care of you? Bimmy. Who was coming to see you? Bimmy. All right. When you came home, who was the first person you got in contact with? Bimmy. What you do? You, Bimmy, Black Justice hanging out. Next time you say he ratted on you, right? This after you said this man ratted on you. Over 40 years ago. Yo, you old school niggas are weird as hell, bruh. We all know what it's about. You need some shock value to sell that Supreme Team, that Supreme Truth DVD. I had a lot of guys when we built, they was like, yo, where's your bar regardless of what? You give your word before your license fell. But I also know a lot of them guys and a lot of Muslim brothers who claim their word as their bar be the biggest fucking lies in the world. Be the biggest lies in the world, man. Let's be honest. That paperwork zip with the drip have, that wasn't no paperwork on no case. That was a pill. And the guy who was doing the pill said in that pill that Bimmy was music and Bimmy ratted on him. That wasn't in no federal paperwork. That was in a pill. What I tell you, shut the fuck up. Huh? What I tell you? Get it off that. Get over here. Over here. What's up, y'all? You gotta think about it. Zip bit every hand that fed his ass. Even though I don't like Outside Campbell, he bit Outside Campbell hand. He bit Benny hand. He bit 10 Toes hand. He bit 10 Toes hand. He bit the 050 movement hand at one time. So let's say it like this. All these months, Zip with the clip, been quiet as hell. Been quiet. Never saying nothing. Soon as that documentary was supposed to come out, it was coming out. Soon as he got it, the first thing he did was like, see, I told you, Supreme said it. Who the hell is Supreme? Supreme was the biggest dummy, one of the biggest dummies ever hustled. Nigga left evidence for the cops to find. This dodo bird recorded hits, man. Had hits recorded so he could stay home and watch them and masturbate to them. Allegedly. Allegedly about the masturbate part, but he was watching them. What kind of sick, perverse individual do you gotta be to do that? What kind of sick, perverse individual you gotta be to do that? So now, Gerald Prince come home. Gerald Prince Miller come home after doing 36 years, whatever it was. Home about a year. Now they make a documentary. Gerald Prince Miller still haven't said that Bimmy was a rat. He still haven't said it. You know why Supreme is really mad? Because since he been in like 2006, 2007, Bimmy haven't taken care of this nigga. And what Bimmy said, yo, me and the nigga stopped really hanging together in the 90s. After I came in from the feds, I stopped hustling. I moved on. I was with Def Jam, making my money with them. I wasn't hustling no more. Now I'm not saying Bimmy is not a rat, but why did it take you 40 years to come out and say this? Unless you have ulterior motives. So Bimmy ain't take care of me. All right, I'm gonna kick this nigga name. I'm gonna kick this nigga. I'm gonna step all shit over this nigga name. You hear the cookie glazed up yams is definitely sickening, yo. But yo, I'm gonna tell you something. And first of all, how can anybody even believe what a person like Brian Glaze Gibbs have to say? This nigga is a bona fide rat. He's a bona fide murdering rat. And most of the people he murdered was women. He only put work in on 2 women. Never to no men. He paid niggas to do that. Little ugly troll looking niggas like Brian Glaze Gibbs need spit smacked out their mouth. Nigga, that gangster that old school killer illa shit don't scare us, bruh. You had your picks, son. You had your picks. Like most of the bullies in the industry had their picks. They know who to pick and try. Most of the play, how do you bite the hands that feed him? Check it out. All them niggas was giving him light on their platform. All them niggas was bringing him up on their platform. That's how Zip with the Drip bit the hand that fed him. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like none of these niggas. The only person I fuck with is 10 toes down. But I see these niggas trying to build them up on their platform, helping them get somewhere on their platform. You know, bring them on their platform. You bring somebody on your platform multiple times, and they got a way smaller channel than you do at the time. That's called helping them. You bring more light to his channel. So by you starting to go at these niggas because you feel like you want to go them, you're biting the hand that feeds you. Now I'm not trolling too early in the morning to troll. But what I'm gonna say is, when I was in the feds, I read Brian Gibbs' book, right? I read his book. I've already seen this shit before I went to the feds. Seen his little interviews and shit. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. When I read that book, this dude said, yeah, man, when I caught that case, he's like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm addicted. Listen, he's like, Bimmy, not Bimmy. Brian Glazed Up Gibbs said, when I caught that case, I was sitting there and I was seeing all the informants and the rats getting conjugal visits, and I was addicted to sex. That's the reason I ratted. If that's the reason you ratted, if you had a rat on, what you became a mook? You would have became a mook? You would have been in a, you would have, yo, Brian Glaze Gibbs would have been there glazing up buns of big buff men. Or they might be glazing his buns up. They're both little clowns, yeah, most definitely. But my shit was, that shit was proven. He apologized and squashed that shit. But my shit was proven. I put my shit out there myself, so nobody can lie on me. I put my real name up there so everybody could pull up what they want to pull on me. You know why? Because I got shit to hide. My shit is immaculate. So nobody can never say nothing about me and make it seem true if it's already out there. But I understand what you're saying, Bozo Little Clown. Right now I'm talking about Brian Glaze Gibbs. This dude said he ratted because he wanted buns. And he couldn't get buns, he couldn't get conjugal visits. So that's why he decided to become a government's witness. And you niggas listen to this nigga's bullshit every day. Y'all keep going to his channel, subscribing to this shit, watching this shit. But he's a bona fide rat. I don't care if you admit you're a rat. A rat is a rat is a rat. And that's just what it is. But like I said, I just want to know how. I just want to know how come every time something comes up about buying Brian Glazed GIBBS or Zip the Drip, I want to know how come every time something comes out about Bimmy, Brian Glazed GIBBS or Zip with the Drip always have something. Why they buttholes always get moist, huh? Answer that question. Y'all answer in the comments. I'm out of here, man. It's the King of New Jersey's BTBTV. We bully the bullies. And you already know what it is. We ain't no Bloods or no Crips. We doing our own thing. BTBTV has started its own game. Like, nigga, what?